Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Jeff again, and I'm actually playing a game called SpaceChem. It's like a space/chemistry puzzle game. I've played a couple minutes of it just to get a feel for what the game was, and I think it's pretty entertaining and pretty interesting. I'm not sure if it's going to become a full-fledged part of a series on the channel, but I did want to show you guys this because I think it's going to be a lot of fun for myself, like some intellectual stimulation and things like that. I'll try to put a link in the description where you can actually get a hold of this game from. I was lucky enough that I got it free through a not really a give. They had a week where they were giving the game away for free. It's not because I'm of who I am or anything. It wasn't specifically given to me. I just was able to get a hold of the free game during a giveaway they were doing to promote the game, and I personally enjoy it. And I just hit the wrong button. I basically hit the SpaceChem a brief intro, which actually opens up a website with a YouTube video on it. So it's pretty cool to watch that intro. But we're gonna go through the intro part of this and do research of pancakes and spaceships, and this kind of gives you the basis on how to play this game. And unfortunately, it still has all my stuff into it today. So basically, this is going to read to me what this is. It looks like there's a little alpha symbol, and what is the W? Is it no mate? I can't really tell. It's a little small on my screen to be able to tell, and I'm actually really bad with my Greek letters ever since I graduated from college. I haven't kept up on those, but either way, somebody I'm sure in the comments can tell me what it is. But this is my alpha input, and it says this is an instruction which executes when the matching Waldo passes over it. The instruction accepts a molecule into the reactor. Place a matching instruction in the highlighted square. So I need to get this same matching instruction here, which would be this one. Oh, it says in, huh? It says in alpha. So that's what it says. So I'm going to grab this and drag it up here into the highlighted square. It's just showing me what to do. So basically, then you get the grab drop. This instruction causes the Waldo to attach and release atoms. So this will pick up the newly accepted molecule. So it gave me an input, and now I need to grab drop it. The instruction redirects the Waldo to move in a new direction. You can either drag the down arrow up there, or I can hold S, I believe, and click. Yeah, and I'll turn my little guy. So I can, again, do the same by going to the right. And then this instruction causes the Waldo to rotate its held molecule. Now, I'm not sure why I need to rotate it, because it looks like my input over here is oxygen, is O2. Two oxygens combined together, and my output needs to be over here, which is the O2 as well, lined up in the exact same direction. But let's just follow the instructions and see if that has any basis to this. So that's going to rotate my molecule. They'll stop moving when they collide with the side of a reactor. Okay, I don't want that, but I went up. If an atom collides with another atom or the side of the reactor, the simulation will be stopped. So it's telling me to turn left, and then it's telling me to do a grab drop there and drop it in the output square, basically. This will drop the molecule into the, oh, the psi. So that's a psi. The psi output square. So let's grab drop it again. Put that up there. And then this instruction will make molecules in the corresponding output zone. So this is my output zone. Leave through the output. So I got to produce all the required molecules to win. It looks like I need 10 of them, because it says I have 0 of 10. So I guess if I hit the output button and put it there, I can now hit this little play button. So I got my beta inputs not doing anything. It's just kind of going. But if you noticed, I went over the input and it made my oxygen molecule. Now I went over the rotate and it rotated my oxygen molecule. Like I said, I'm not sure why I have to do that. I dropped it off. It seems to have accepted it though. So that's fine. So this is just going to go in many circles. I can speed up the time to make it go faster and faster, because I need to get all 10 of these. So let's speed this up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Assignment complete. Your performance compared to the other engineers is as follows. I win. Yay. I don't need to record this solution. It's a pretty good one. So let's continue. So that was this second one here. Slightly different. We'll go to this one and show you guys what this is all about. I'm going to undo everything here. Obviously, you can see I was messing around a little bit. So undid everything back to where I was at the beginning here. So I want to make an input on my beta. So to solve the puzzle, we use the blue Waldo. I don't know if it's because these things are on the bottom and it's showing me that it wants my beta input to be H2 on all these, but it behaves identically to the red Waldo, but executes only blue instructions. To create a blue input, drop a red input instruction and right-click on it. So I need to do an input of an alpha and then right-click it and I guess make it the blue layer. Okay, so I did that. No, so that's an in alpha. I need this to be an in... Oh, here we go. In beta. Here we go. You can switch to blue drop instructions instead of red instructions by pressing the tab key. Okay, so if I hit the tab key, okay, it moves everything over to my blue instructions, so that's good. So now I can just do this, go up, go to the right, because that's an input. I'm going to grab my drop. Am I really going to be able to grab it from there? Where's it going to create it at? I don't know, but I just grabbed it. And then it went away. So let's see what happens. Oh, I guess it put it above, so that's fine. So I got my H. Now it's going to go off the screen and kind of die. So let's stop. And I need to... Do I just want to grab, drop it again here? Turn down. Let's turn left. So I'm going to drop it off there, and then I want to sync. Pause Waldo until another Waldo passes over it. Interesting. Now I want to make that my output, right? And that should be it, shouldn't it? I grab my H, I should drop it there, I should hit the output button, and it should send it to my output, right? Yeah, that's it. So I guess we make this go a little bit faster, because this is going to work all the way up to 10. Did that. Continue. Research crossover. Now, let's undo everything that I've had thus far. This is where I left off. I was playing with this one, realized it was a little bit more difficult than I had hoped. Okay, it looks like I've outputted myself back to... Or undid myself back to the beginning. So it looks like I'm going to get some gold. AU is gold. I remember that because my high school science teacher used to try to give us hints to remember some of these. Granted, it tells you right there, but hints to try to remember some of the elements in the periodic table. And for gold, he said a lot of people struggle with gold because it's some, like, you know, Latin word or whatever for gold. And he said, so remember it by saying, if you're out hunting for gold and you found some gold and you're going to look over at your buddy you're out with and you're going to be like, hey, you, I found gold over here. And I've always remembered it that way ever since. So anyways, I got gold input and I need, oh, it looks like gold output on the Omega. Is that the Omega? I think that's the Omega. I'm not sure. On the W. And then a platinum input on the Beta with platinum output on the Psi. So they're going to have to cross over each other. And I know that they can't collide. But either way, let's start with the alpha input and see what we can do. If my alpha's going, let's create the input. Let's grab it. Let's make sure that that actually works. Creates it. That didn't grab it. Oh! It tells you exactly where in the square it's going to be. Okay. Okay, so this I need to move over there because that's where it's at. So I believe that's the way it works, right? Yeah, that's the way it works. So I grabbed that one. Move down. Right. You need to basically avoid this guy. Do you need to drop it off in that exact spot? Does that mean? Can I just delete that one somehow? Yeah. So I need to drop it off, what, right here? So drop it. We're going to do the output on the Omega. Yeah, there we go. Output on the Omega. And then somehow send you back. I want to try to avoid this area. Whoops. That should give me my red one, right? Yes. Okay, so I got my alpha side going. Let's do my beta side. Now, the beta side is going to be a little bit trickier because I need to avoid Actually, I can avoid it by just taking everything and going down this way, right? But this is still gonna, it's gonna create here. So I'm gonna, let's do a tab, do my input, up, left. It's gonna create right here. So let's, what, E is grab drop? Yeah, E is grab drop, down, left. If I do this, there's no longer gonna be molecules here. Is that gonna be okay? So I need to drop it right here as well. So grab drop it. Whoops. Take this, delete that. I want to make that my output, but it's not an output. It's an output psi, and then back. Now the question is, are these things going to collide with each other in any way, shape, or form? That did not. Those are working. So far, so good. The one's faster than the other one because it's a shorter circuit. 10. Did it. Nice. Okay. Now we're moving into uncharted territory here. I've never been to the introduction to bonding. So let's go check out the introduction to bonding. Bonding and synchronization. Bonders add and remove bonds from atoms. Click and drag bonders to move them. So it looks like, oh my god, this is going to get into real chemistry. Adjacent bonders add or remove bonds from pairs of atoms above them. All bonders in a reaction or reactor fire together. Okay. Oh, the sync instruction in action. The blue Waldo will wait at the sync instruction until the red Waldo reaches its sync instruction. Okay, so that's nice. So if they get too close together, I can sync them back up. Oh, wow. This instruction specifies where a Waldo starts and can be moved into any other instruction, but cannot be created or deleted. Move the red start instruction to the highlighted square. Oh, I can move those things around. Okay. Input alpha into that square. Grab drop instructions can be made to only grab or only drop by right-clicking them and selecting them from the menu. What? So it's grab or drop. I get it. So this will only grab. In fact, all instructions can be modified by right-clicking on them. Interesting. So where's it want this down arrow at? Oh, I can put those in the same square? So what if I right-click on this? Okay, interesting. Instructions can be quickly placed by holding the corresponding keyboard. Yeah, I've been doing that. I see that. Instructions only affect the Waldo that matches their color. Switch between red and blue instructions by pressing the tab key. Yeah, we know that already. You showed us that already. You can also switch between red and blue instructions in the layers control panel. This instruction will pick up the fluorine icon. So this is my fluorine one. That enters through beta input with the blue Waldo. Well, yeah, okay, we already knew that, except for this is only a grab as opposed to a grab drop. Now that both atoms have been input and attached to Waldos, it's time to bond them together. Bonders can be moved and can only create bonds when placed adjacent to other bonders. So I need to add a bond there, but this one needs to be a red layer bond. I think is what it wants. And a blue layer bond there? Or did you want it there as well? Adjacent to other bonders. I'm confused at why this instruction isn't moving forward. Oh, that's a bonder. Hold on. These aren't the bonders I was looking for. This is a bonder, apparently. Okay, so there's a certain number of bonders on the screen. By placing these bonders adjacent to each other, they can add or remove bonds between the atoms directly over them. So if I do that, When a Waldo passes over a synchronization instruction, it will wait until the other Waldo is in the same area. So let's get to the red. It wants me to put a sync instruction here because it's a shorter layer, whereas the blue sync instruction, that'll make them both wait for each other, though those seem to not be synced in the right spot. The instruction will drop the fluorine atom on the bonder, leave it ready to be bonded by the silver atom. So that, but I need to just make it a drop. And I need this to be, the instruction will activate all bonders in the reaction, adding bonds between any atoms. Very important, bond instructions do not have to be placed over a bonder to work. Interesting. So all the bonders will fire at once if the bond instruction is just placed somewhere. Now that the blue Waldo is finished, it works. Well, it's finished, it works. It must return and pick up another fluorine atom. Okay. So you're picking up a fluorine atom. You're going to go over here. Molecules that are attached to the Waldos are not affected by output instructions and must be released before they can be output. Now the question is, how did you know you're going to be... Oh, is it because it's the red bond? Had I put in the blue bond, it would say in the blue circle? Okay, that makes sense. So... this, but it's only a drop. It can probably be an add drop, doesn't matter. And then I'll send the output to my psi. Let's look at this in slow motion here. Picked it up. Now it's waiting. Oh, they didn't have to go over together. I get it. I wonder why I didn't have to rotate it, even though it's not the right orientation. Okay, that's cool. I get this. I get the bonders. 9, 10. Excellent. A brief history of SpaceChem. Bond progression. This will make that, which will make a double, triple. Man, these are like all those covalent bonds and all that stuff. I don't remember any of this stuff from chemistry. This is very difficult. You can't, since hydrogen only has 1, you can't add multiple bonds. This has 2 bonds, so this has 2. We can go up to these 2 bonds. This has 5, so we can get up to 3. Can it get to 2 more, or is that considered 5? Oh, a pair of atoms can have a maximum of 3 bonds. Excuse me, between them. Okay. Nice. 3 bonds. Okay, so here we go. So this I need chlorine to link to hydrogen with a single bond. These are my bonders. Can I move them? I can move them. So basically, this is going to give me a chlorine in this spot right here. So I'm going to create my input first on my beta. You're going to grab drop it from there because that's where it exists. So that's going to go up there. You can drop this guy off at the bonder. Does it just drop it off at the bonder anyway? Why did it do that last time? Hold on. So you did not drop it off at the bonder. Why did it drop it off at the bonder last time? Did I tell it to? I don't remember. What if I tell you to drop? Is that then waiting in that bond? A little faster. Yeah, I think that's waiting in the bond. So then this basically I need to do input on my alpha. It's going to be right here. So we'll do a grab drop. Change this just to a grab. Not that I'm sure that that matters. These are running at the exact same speed, so I'm assuming that they can run the bond like that. Actually, except I want this to be, I don't want this bond, I want this to be down here and be a blue layer. Except I already have my drop. So let's do this. Blue layer, this red layer. That should be right. This is then going to... Apparently they don't have to be in the exact same spot, just somewhere in the output area. So let's just do... Oops. Blue layer. Grab drop that. I don't care if it's grab drop or just drop. It doesn't really matter to me. Put that down there. Let's do my output. And let's go back to base. Is that right? You didn't grab it. I put you in the wrong spot here. Hold on. Yep. I failed that. You are right there. So you grabbed it. You'll get ahead. You're going to drop it off. You're going to bond it. Oh, no, I need to bring you down first because you're not quite in my bonding field. I, in theory, could just... I'm curious on this. I just want to use this little twisty guy. We'll twist it and then we'll drop it. So then it should be completely within the output field. Right? Boop! I did it! I get it. Collision. Okay, so I could put 2 sinks on there just to make sure that doesn't happen, or I could extend this. But what happened was, since this was running a quicker circuit, it took longer for this one to get all the way to the output. It built up a second atom there that I wasn't paying attention to that I needed to avoid. So this is where sinks can come in helpful. I think I can put them right there in the thing together, right? And they'll wait until... So they were synced right there, so it didn't really matter. This time will be different, though, because this will get there first, and it should wait. Then when this one comes up here, then they'll continue on together again. Beautiful. This is wonderful. This game, I heard it gets really challenging, and I'm looking forward to it. I might continue on with this for another episode or two, but I wanted to give you guys a show of what this was. I guess we'll finish the removing bonds one at first. Whereas now I start out with my 2 fluorines, and I want to get a single fluorine over here. Well, that's weird, though. If I remove the bond... If this output's disabled, can I just make it... tell it to output anyway? Does it just not count as anything? That's kind of interesting, because I'm going to pick that up right there. So grab that from here where that's at. I think I need to do a rotation on it. And then, can I turn on the same one? I can. Is that going to rotate it like I think it's going to? Oops, hold on. Stop. I need to give it my input first. I made it. Oh, it's already sideways. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't... Oh, no. I need it to be... Okay, I need it to be right, but I need my grab drop to be right there first. I just had it in the wrong spot. So that's going to go. That actually twisted it the wrong way. What if I put my grab drop here? Will it twist it the right way? Yeah, that'll twist it the way I want it. So then I should be able to stop the bonding by bringing this guy up here, this guy over here. They are going to... So if I do a red bond minus, I don't know what the minus bond actually will end up doing. If my blue one will attach onto it. So it's attached there, but what do I do with it now? I think I need to sync these up again though, so that's fine. We'll sync this one as well on the blue layer. So this I know for a fact is going to be fine to grab drop. Left in there, we're going to do my output, my psi output. That should start doing those first fluorine ions. Perfect. Except it never grabbed onto it, and now it's going to end up getting... They're going to crash into each other. Why did this one not... Oh, because I didn't pick it up. So then if I grab drop that, but I don't know what's going to happen. Well, let's actually go over here and delete this. So they're the exact same length. Not that it matters if I have the... Yeah, because now they're going to run into each other. Can I just do a grab drop and an output? Will that cause a problem to output something if it's not supposed to have an output? It's a disabled output. You know what I can do? We can just double the speed of this. I didn't even think about that. And let's take this up here. It's going to grab drop as well. Turn. It's going to do an output, but it's not going to be an omega output. It'll be a psi output again. the sync is there to keep them all in line. That actually should just double up on this thing, up on the speed, right? Grabs it, because it's going to come drop it off as well. Yeah. And they're synced up perfectly to where it's not trying to put... Yeah. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Love it. Beautiful. Well, that's it for this episode of SpaceChem, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and like I said, I might come out with another episode or so. I just wanted to show off this game because it's a little on the intellectual puzzle side, which is going to make it kind of fun and just something different than the norm. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.